Hi, this is a video going over your quiz on GCF, difference of squares, trial and error, and perfect cubes. So you watch this video, see what mistakes you made. This will be a great resource for you as you study for your test on Tuesday. As I look at problem number 1, I know that the first step of factoring is always GCF, so I see that we have a GCF of x. If I remove x from x to the fourth, I'm left with x cubed minus 216. I always look to see, can I factor more? I see I'm left with a binomial, which has two methods of factoring: difference of squares, sum and difference of cubes, and here everything's a cube. Cubes factor into a binomial and then a trinomial. Same, opposite, always positive. What cube gives me x cubed? X. What cube gives me 216? 6. I square the first term, multiply together, square the last term, and I'm going to double check. X times x squared, yes, that's x cubed. 6 and 36 is 216. Number 2, once again, the first step of factoring is GCF. 303 share 3. And I see they also share an x squared. Pulling a 3x squared out of 300x to the 6 leaves me with 100 x to the fourth plus, and then I'll simply have a placeholder of 1. I look at what I have left. It's a binomial. It's not a difference, so I can't do difference of squares, and it's not cubed, so I cannot go any further. Number 3, there's no GCF. A trinomial, so I look at factoring it using trial and error. So I like this because my leading coefficient's 1. Therefore, I just need factors of 18 that will result in adding or subtracting to give me a 3 in the middle. So I'll use 6 and 3. To get a negative 3, I need a negative 6 and a positive 3. So let's take a moment to check. That's one of the reasons it's called trial and error. So x times x is x squared plus 3x minus 6x minus 18. That gives us x squared minus 3x minus 18, which is what we wanted. Moving on to number 4. Once again, I look to see if there's a GCF, and there isn't. It has 3 terms, so I'm looking at trial and error. This time I'll need factors of 14 and factors of 30. So 2 and 7, 1 and 14. 5 and 6, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 1 and 30. I need some combination that will result in 23 in the middle. So let's try 2 times 5, that's 10. 7 times 6 is 42. Can I get a negative 23 out of 10 and 42? Nope. Same numbers, different combination. 2 times 6 is 12. 7 times 5 is 35. Can I get a 23 out of 12 and 35? And yes, I can. We'll need a 2x and a 7x. We multiplied the 2 by the 6 and the 7 by 5. To get a negative 23, I need the negative 35 and a positive 12. So let's double check. 2x times 7x is 14x squared. 2x times 6, 12x. Negative 35x and negative 30. And then I put my like terms together, and I do get what I needed. Number 5, I see that both of these share an x. I just need to figure out how much of an x. So I have to the 5 halves, and I have to the 1 half. So I'll have x to the 5 halves. I'm left with 4. If I pull x to the 5 halves out of x to the 1 half, I'm left with x to the 4 over 2. And as a reminder, when you multiply like bases, you would add your exponents. So as I'm checking, 1 half plus 4 halves is 5 halves, and then I'll have minus 9. Well, I know that 4 over 2 can be written as 2. And then I look and say, oh, I have a binomial where everything's a perfect square, and I have a difference. And so this is a difference of perfect squares. And there we go. Number 6, the first step of factoring is GCF, and I see that this shares a A. Now I'm left with 3 terms, which means trial and error. I'm looking at factors of 6 and factors of 20. We're wanting some combination that will give us a -7 in the middle. So let's go through our number list here. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. Can I get a 7 from 8 and 15? I think I've already found it. I bring along the GCF. We decided on 6, so 2 times 3, 2x and 3x. Did we multiply the 2 just now by the 4, or did we multiply 2 times 5? I believe we did 4. So it goes in the other set of parentheses and a 5. To get a -7, we need the 15 to be negative and the 8 to be positive. So let's double check. 2x and 3x is 6x squared plus 8x minus 15x minus 20. 6x squared minus 7x minus 20, we're good to go then. Don't forget that GCF either. As I look at 7, I'm going to make this problem appear easier by plugging a variable in for that quantity. A squared minus 3a minus 4. And this is a pretty easy trial and error problem. To get a squared, I need a and a. I need factors of 4 that will result in a 3 in the middle, so I need 4 and 1. I need -3. Now the key is you can't get in too much of a hurry. You have to remember that the original problem did not have a's in it. So every time I see an a, I have to go back and plug in x plus y.